still complaining that I don't show my face enough in videos when I'm teaching how to make stuff. So here's my face. I will try to show my face much more in this video. Look how beautiful this stone is. It's so beautiful. What is it? You guys know. Tell me in the comments. This is about almost 1 inch by 1 1/4 inches, or you could say 2 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters. I don't know, whatever. It's a cabochon, so it's fun. Let's wrap it. This is 18 gauge round silver, non-tarnished wire. Let's take about 7, 8 inches, not a lot. This is the simple wrap, simple wrap. I've done it a few times, so if you've seen this before, don't get mad at me. Be like, I've seen this before, because there's some people who haven't seen it, and you're being super rude to them. So basically, let's take this and make a loop. Make a loop. What do I do with the loop? Do I want to do anything special with the loop? Yeah, let's do something special. Let's make the loop right here, okay? Just grabbing it on the fatter part of my round nose pliers, and I'm making the loop. Let's grab it all the way up like that. Okay, making the loop right there. No, I want more of a loop. Now, let's undo that. Let's undo that, and let's make it way up here. I like that better. Good, I didn't mess up the wire too much, did I? Probably. Who cares? Let's straighten out the wire. Pretend that never happened. We'll edit this part out anyway. No one's gonna see this. So, okay, we're up here. Let's go right there. Now a little more. Okay, now we'll wrap that there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay. Now let's take this and bend it in like that, and we're gonna make this into a swirl, a swirl. That's what they say in Sweden. In Sweden, you must make a swirl. And we roll the swirl till it comes right under the loop. Get in there, swirl. Very nice, very nice. Good job, swirl. Now, put this here. And we need the swirl to bend up because it's going to be like that. Okay. Q. Do I want it like this? Like this. I think I want it like this. Okay. Now I'm going to just bend this around the periphery of the stone. It's going to slide all over the place and make me very frustrated. And I might cry, but I'll just turn off the camera so you won't know. So we're going to come across like this. See that? See that? Squeeze it into the periphery. Squeeze it, love it into the periphery. I love you, stone. Pull it real tight like this, and have it come across there, and then let's go to the edge of our table and wrap. Pull it real tight. It's better if you have a sharp edge. This beveled edge is not as easy, but that's okay because I'm amazing. I can make it work. So we're gonna pull it tight, nice and tight. Let's wrap it, wrap it. Wrap it like Rapunzel would wrap her hair if she had to go out for a run across the road. You wrap it like a Rapunzel wrapping her hair for a run across the road. That is good. See how we stack the wraps? Stack the Rapunzel wraps. Okay. Now, with this last little bit, we could just cut it and tuck it in right there, but let's take advantage of the fact that this thing moves all over the place and it's annoying. Let's bring this down right here and make another little swirl, a swirl on the back. So we have a swirl in the front and a swirl on the back. And this particular swirl is gonna have a little more. So technically, if you want a bigger swirl, you can use more wire. You don't have to do it this way. You can make yours bigger, and then you can brag about how your swirl is so big. And everybody will be like, wow, that's amazing. Okay, now, so again, now it's reversible. You can put it this way or that way, but I'm gonna stick with what I had, which is like that. Okay, so you see, that is good. Now we just take 26 gauge silver, and it's easy. We're just gonna crisscross it around. That's it, that's the fun. The only hard part is the stone will keep slipping out until we get it where we want, but that's okay. Let's take about, be on the safe side, let's take about 20 inches. That's like almost 1/3 of a meter for you people who live in a metric land. Okay, now I think I want to use both sides, so I'm just going to take this guy, I'm going to slide this up underneath that back swirl, and I'm going to wrap him, whoop, doesn't have to be exact middle, I'm not really checking, I won't tell. Just wrap him around once, just make it tight, just pull tight. If you need to get really tight, you can grab the pliers and pull it tight. Okay, good. Now again, the stone's gonna be slipping all over the place, driving you nuts. You want to try to keep the stone on the periphery as much as possible, but it's not gonna be perfect, and it's gonna slide all over and it's gonna irritate you. So just get used to being really irritated. Okay, super fun, right? Now we're just gonna come across in diagonals. So this one, I'm gonna come across, and it's kind of cool for now that it's loose because you can slip right under there, except the wire bounces. Slip right under there and pull it. Whoops, I just shot that right out. Can you imagine if I dropped it on the cement and it broke? That would be so sad. Okay, so holding it with all my fingers so that doesn't happen again. I'm pulling it. Now you got to direct the wire or it'll kink and it'll go where it doesn't want to go. It's not as easy as threading a regular piece of string. Wire is a little more temperamental. Once you get used to it, you'll come to enjoy it. Now, we want that pretty tight. So once we get it through, we're going to pull it tighter and kind of grab it right on the end, and sometimes rolling it like this will get it extra tight. You want to be careful. You don't want to pull so hard you break it. Now, what is so hard? Well, you have to break some, and then you'll know. That's the only way to do it. And then just cut them off and try again. Okay, so we got across the front here. Now we want this really, we want to do straight lines. We're not doing curves or anything. So we want to try to pull this really tight. Straight, that's still not, maybe start up here and get it extra tight. And then you can bring it down here and it'll be straighter. But in any case, ooh, okay, now I'm gonna come across here. And I'm just gonna let the wire tell me where it feels like going most naturally. It feels like going across on that diagonal, that's good. Because we're just gonna make a matrix going around both sides. And we're coming around. Now you can wrap it twice around if you wanna get a really secure whatever, but I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna go twice. I like that idea. It just, that way each independent branch is going to have its own strength, and it won't be dependent on all the others. Like if you don't secure each one with an extra little wrap, sometimes it's like shoelaces. You pull one and they all start to pull together, and maybe you want that, but I'd rather have them each have their own little independent strength. So if one isn't quite doing it, the others will take up the slack. So all right, let's pull that, and we'll pull these together. Kind of pinch, get that nice and tight. Okay. So now it's coming back to the front, and what does it want to naturally do? The stone's still moving, don't worry, that's going to stop soon enough. It wants to kind of come up across that angle, that's good, that's good. It's very nice, it's a nice angle. Pull it up, and still holding the stone with as many fingers as possible from every direction. Trying to hold it in place, but it's slipping all over, and I'm okay with it. But I want to get this tight. Okay, pull these together. I don't like to do parallel lines, so those two, that's not going to work either, because that's just too, it looks boring. That's not helping. Maybe this is our only option, or should we come up here? No, that doesn't look good. I think the star's formation is what we're going to end up with. That's okay. Come through here, pull it, get it there right where you want it, and pull a little tighter, pull those together. Okay, and I just wrapped it around again. I paused the camera because I don't want you don't have to watch every single movement. I mean, come on. I think you're starting to get it by now. Now this one, we can put it right there and end it. It feels like what it's going to do. All right, here's where we can start to lock them in. Not only is this going to lock in with the thick 18 gauge, but it's going to lock in with this previous one here, and that's going to start to strengthen everything. So so all these little threads aren't sliding up and down the big 18 gauge, what's it called? The big periphery, the big framework. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm gonna go around there twice. Get that in there, come on, baby. Make mama proud, get in there, okay. And we're totally out of wire. Now, if I'd planned better, I would have liked to finish my wire by coming up here and wrapping it around here and then tucking it in that little bowl there, but I ran out of wire too soon. So I'm gonna just take this guy and make him a little tiny swirl and then tuck him right there. Just make it a little pinch, little pinch, little pinch. There we go. Yeah, we just tuck him. Get in there. Get in there. There you go. Go to your home. That's your home. Go to sleep. Good night. Now, I don't like to put E6000 on the stone, but I will put E6000 against 2 pieces of wire, and I have no problem with that. I do not feel bad at all, except when the cap glues itself shut. Whoa, that's coming out fast. That's a new bottle. Just a tiny touch. Just a tiny touch. Just a tiny touch. All over the wire tonight. You gotta rub that off or that's gonna glue the cap even worse. All over the wire, people just like us are making some jewelry. You know what I mean. Okay. Now, don't be like me. Take more wire. I didn't take enough wire. What am I thinking? I should have taken like a whole meter of this 26 gauge, but that's okay. Let's take this, and ooh, I got all these little invisible threadies now from this E6000. They make these little spider webs. You can't even see them, but you can feel them. Sometimes you can use them to pull around beads and make it look like you're a magician or some kind of sorcerer. Okay, so we're looking at this framework, this periphery. We want it to be over the stone a little bit. We don't want it to be hanging down below the bottom of the stone. So let's adjust that before we go any further, because every new little branch is going to tighten everything. All right, now we also want... Ooh, where's he coming from? Oh, he's right there. Okay, that's not good. We don't want that kink. That's a kink right there. Let's get that straightened out. Okay, let's pull him tight. Okay, he's headed right over there. Let's take him over where he wants to go. Now, as you start to tighten everything, you find it's harder to get it underneath, and you might need to use your fingernail and struggle with it a little bit, and that's okay. That means you're doing a good job. I just had a thought. I'm going to take him and put him around here, because that is going to lock him in better. He's locking in not only to the thick one, but to the thin one again. So there we go. Let's pull that tight. Now the whole piece is starting to get strong like ox. Except look at that. I'm going to have to add another wire because I didn't give myself... That's okay. And again, this one can come around. And if you find a junction like this where you can wrap it around both the thick and the thin, you also find it's easier to get underneath it because you already have a piece of wire holding it kind of away from the stone, like a fraction of a millimeter. All right. This stone is good, but that kind of looks too empty right there. So we're going to come up here and end him. This is the way you want to end it. You want to come up underneath your little swirl there, or maybe we should go over it to lock him in so he's not as snaggable. Well, no, we could do it either way. Nah, that looks messy. Let's get underneath and wrap. He's ending up looking messy no matter what. Oh, I see. We got to tuck him under again. That's a new thing. Okay. Learn something new every day. All right, there we go. And, perfect. Now we can cut him, leave a little tab to tuck it in. Shove it deep down in that little bowl. Boom. Boom. And you can put some E6000 in there too, a little drop if you want, once you're done tucking everything. So this is solid. This is good. It's finished. Except it doesn't look finished to me. It looks like it needs at least one wire coming across there. It looks just a tiny bit naked. Like it's fully dressed, but there's some big giant gaps in its clothing. And if it went out like that, its mother would be like, "You're not going out like that, young lady. Not with those big giant gaps in your clothing. Oh, no, no, that is not acceptable. You get right back in here and you put something else on." So we're going to take another piece of wire so that the mother of this teenage stone does not have to have a little aneurysm. Okay, So the back is good. The back is solid. It's strong. It's tight. It feels good. Nothing is moving. The front, it just really needs this one wire right there, and that would finish it. So let's do it. Let's try to see if we can lock that wire in. I mean, it'd be easier to lock it right there, but it would look better to lock it like right there. So let's do our best. Forgive me, I have little bits of paint all over me. Okay, so that's a really tight area and it's hard to get the wire under there. But here's another trick. You can go from a looser area like right there and then slide it down to where you want. So I think we can go from the middle of the wire. Who knows, I might need it for something else too. So I'm gonna slide that down. Ooh, barely fits. That's kind of a good thing. Maybe it'll stay put based on that alone. Going around twice. Ooh, it wants to snag. We're not gonna let it. We're not gonna let you snag. Not today. Ain't nobody got time for them snags. Okay, pull them together. All right, now let's pull them down where we wanted them. Ooh, really tight in there. Yes. Okay, and this one is headed across. Ah, it's sliding back up. Get back down there. Get back down there. Disobedient wire. Okay, and we got it across. There we go. And you can, okay, we got it. And now we're gonna go, look at that, it goes right up across the top, just like that. Finishes it up and pull it tight in there. And we're gonna scarf it. There we go. Some jump rings and a chain and we're good.